Connecting, and there we go. Hello there, everybody, and welcome back to Clannad, the visual novel. Today we got continue on. I stopped trying to do the Kotomi ending. I have not in a while. Yes, indeed. So magically. Here we go. I go to the old school pen or go straight home. Now what is the way? What is the way we go around? Yes, loading this one. Go straight home or go to the old school building? Which one would be? I go straight home. I'm going home. After leaving my stuff in my room and changing clothes, I head to the dorms before it starts to rain. There's no one inside the room. I guess he's still busy being caught. I'm sure he'll come back sooner or later. I decide to read magazines and wait for him. Is it the streaming being cutting off? I do not know if the stream is being cutting off or not. The door opens with a click. Phew. Whoa, someone's in my room. Welcome back. Hey, you shouldn't come into someone's room without their permission. You'll surprise them, that's the point. I'll hide inside your kotatsu next time and grab your leg out of nowhere then. That's creepy, man. Tsunohara closes the door and takes off his jacket. Guy really got chewed out this time. You're next, by the way. You basically live here, so they'll find you if they come by. Are you serious? They're still bent on getting us into college, you know. You? College? Ha! No way. I'm talking about you too. I guess it really is raining now. Tsunohara looks up at the sky through his window. Now we can't go anywhere. Great. Alone with another guy in my room all day. If you don't like it, then leave. This is my room. Well, it's better than being alone, isn't it? I guess. Alright. That's why the two of us should play a crazy game. We'll run totally naked through the rain. When you lose in rock, paper, scissors, you have to strip and run through the rain. You'll be infamous. When I lose, what about when you lose? Alright, here goes. What? Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Alright, I win. Damn it. Why is it doing all the frames? I don't get it. Okay, once more. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Yay, 2 in a row. Hurry up and lose. I want you out there running. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Ugh, I finally lost. Okay, now get going. It'll be so embarrassing. Everyone will think I'm a freak. Wait, of course I'm not going to go. What's supposed to be fun about this game? It's practically bullying. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, maybe for you. It is. The rain kept falling through the night. The Illusionary World 3. I'm standing on a piece of earth as the wind howls by me. It feels as though it's blowing from the edge of the road, with nothing standing in its way. Even this body of mine can feel its strength. Countless lights dance on the earth, as if stirred by the wind. A girl is standing among them. They are stirred again, and many of the lights leap up from the ground. The girl looks up at them. This is the world I was born into. I think about how illusionary it is. Trees, grass, stones that roll by me. They all seem completely natural. They're supposed to be here. But what are the lights? I'm sure I hadn't known about this spectacle for a long time. The wind picks up again, and one of the lights passes by me. I try chasing after it. It's floating there, right within arm's length. I reach out to it. The light slips through my fingers of junk. It's not like they'd be able to change anything even if they could grab hold of it. As I stand there dumbfounded, the sight of the girl's shadow tells me that she's by my side though. I point at one of the lights. What is it? The girl asks. I'm unable to answer. Does that light seem strange? I nod. What about the sky? I shake my head no. The ground? No. Just this light? Nod. Why could that be? The girl puts a hand to her chin as she thinks. I try to do the same, but the joints on my elbow don't bend that far. So right there, my arm bent unnaturally. She's always lived here. The light must be no different to her than my impression of the water and the trees. They're a part of nature, but they're the one thing I can't touch, which make me think that they must be shadows. But shadows are all cast by something, right? So, where could that thing be? I look, but it's nowhere to be found. So that means, the girl begins, If we're able to think of something as strange, we know what normal looks like. Perhaps. I nod. Not indeed. I search the depths of my memories. One day, long ago, or maybe in the distant future, I'm not sure, I was in a different world. I remember the feeling of being there, but nothing else. Thinking about it warms the very bottom of my heart. What kind of place was it? I shake my head. Was it better than here? Probably. Did you like it there? I think. Was it less lonely than this place? The girl has always been alone. I found out that this place really does have nothing. That it's a lonely place, devoid of fun. And that's why I was born here. That's right. This is a lonely world, isn't it? Hey, did you want to be born in this world? I'm unable to tell her my answer. I simply take her hand. That is my answer, I suppose. Suppose not. I bought only a Sunday. Sunday. I leave the house before noon, just like I would on a school day. Stepping over my indolent father's sleeping body on my way out. Yesterday's rain stopped overnight, and the ground is already dry. The sun shines gently on my face. Now then, what should I do? If I want to just laze around and kill time, where else is there to go but Sunohara's room? The sun may be shining gently, but that didn't make a difference. Difference no. On my way to the dorms. You over there. Maybe this is the Sunohara ending now. Oh, look. Yeah, you. Is he talking to me? I turn around to find a young man calling me over. Please, I'm asking ya. Come with me. Follow him or ignore. Same is complete. I will say ignore him. After ignoring him for a while, I hear the man click his tongue in annoyance before I feel his presence disappear. I enter Sunohara's room to find him still sleeping in his futon. Wake up, Sunohara. You have a visitor. I'm here. All I get in reply are the snores of a guy who, when sleeping, sounds like that of a domestic truffle hog, sniffling out a prized patch of mushroomy goodness. He is sound asleep. He probably just went to bed late again. I'm gonna play a prank on you if you don't get up. I can hear lively voices coming from the hallway. It sounds like some rugby club idiots on their way to practice. Sunohara's clothes are stacked in a mountain on his floor. I take some and tie sleeve to sleeve. I then tie one end to Sunohara's foot. After that, I take the other with me out into the hallway. One rugby team member from next door is just leaving as I do. Hey. I speak to him. What? Let's play tug of war. Tug of war? Yeah, we'll be up against Sunohara. He said he wanted to have a manly battle against you. A battle of strength? He's got some pretty big balls deciding to take me on. Alright, it'll be a good warm-up before practice. I accept. Okay, here you go. I have him hold the cuff of the clothes used in place of a rope. Okay, whenever you're ready. The clothes trail off into Sunohara's room. Okay, Sunohara's all ready too. Here we go. On your mark, get set, go. The rugby player runs down the hall like a complete maniac. Trailing behind him is Sunohara, face up and sliding across the floor, looking like a cross between shock and I'm going to kill you fury. I nearly died there. Oh, stop exaggerating, drama queen. Just imagine waking up to find yourself sliding along the floor at breakneck speeds. If I was an old dude, I would have had a freaking heart attack. And I don't even have any baby aspirin. Well, the good news is that you're young. It did a superb job of waking you up though, didn't it? Yeah, but I prefer to not be accosted by my alarm clock. Sheesh, and can't you at least let me sleep till it's dark outside? I'd never imagined someone with such a stellar sense of time like yours to be a student. So, why do you wake me up this early anyway? No reasons, really. Bird. Bird? Can I go back to sleep? Sure, but I'll just play another prank on you. Actually, please do go back to sleep. I can have more fun that way. Well, I'm definitely not going to now. Lame. Oh, why am I lame? You're lame. Da-da-da-da-dee-dee. My eyes hurt. You should try this thing called blinking. I hear it's awesome. Sprawled out on the floor, I start reading a book. That's all there is to do in this room. Read, read, and read some more. And so, it looks like even my Sunday will be spent doing a whole bunch of nothing. April 21st, Monday. Monday. I suddenly feel lethargic. It's the start to another week of having to sit through one tedious class after the next. Maybe I'd feel more motivated if I just dropped out and started working. I don't know. Would I really? No. I really don't see that happening. I feel like mindlessly sitting through lectures would probably be easier overall. working every day just to put food on the table. Once I got myself stuck in that cycle, I would never be able to walk away from it, no matter how pathetic I felt. Just the thought makes me cringe a little. But even so, I only have a year left. I look at the clock. It's still early. I'll have plenty of time to make first bell. Of course, I'm not sure I really want to make it there in time. I'd have to put up with classes the entire day then. Say, wish away. Say, wake up like a good student. Not be late. This is so pointless. But while part of me feels that way, all the misanthropic thoughts I've had this morning have made me wide awake. Curling up on the futon and losing myself to rumination will just make me feel even more depressed. Yes, I'll go. I lift my body out of bed, as if to shake off the heavy, forlorn feeling that's fallen over me. Third period ended and Sunahara still isn't around. This is so mind-numbing. I can't let off any stress without Sunahara around. I'll leave the classroom for a refresher. Guess I'll go grab a drink. The cafeteria is deserted. I purchased an 80 yen paper juice box from the vending machine and head back to class while sipping it. Of course, food and drink are banned in the halls, but the worst a teacher would do is chew me out. I empty my drink just as I arrive, tossing it into the trash before returning to my seat. It's lunch break, but Sunahara still hasn't shown up. He's pulling this again. Just as fifth period concludes.
Yeah.
What's up? Sunahara finally makes an appearance. You're awfully energetic.
今まで寝てたからね。
'Cause I've been sleeping all day, son.
で、6時間目って何？
So, what's sixth period? Can't you tell by looking? Huh? There are no girls to be seen in class any longer. It's turned into a boys' locker room. Sixth period is PE. It looks like we are scheduled to play soccer today. It's not so much as class though, as much as it's a study break. We're just supposed to play a little match as a breather, really. You can ignore the ball and chat with friends outright and the teacher still won't say anything. Third year PE classes are pretty meaningless, like that. They're just filler at this stage. Alright, hat trick. The only enthusiastic voice to be heard is the one belonging to the former member of the soccer team. Let's get going. You must be having such a wonderful time as a high school student. You'll never be able to relive these days, so be sure to get your fill of them. Of course, and that's another reason why we should get out of here and have some fun. I'm telling you, I'm broke. We'll find someone we know if we go to the arcade in front of the station. Maybe this is the Sunahara ending. You're doing this again. We'll be good as so long as the rugby team isn't around. But they are around. I end up tagging along. I just stand by, my eyes drinking in the scene, as Sunahara plays games. I don't want to play something on someone else's money. Still, it's worthwhile on some level. Doing this has at least helped kill time that would have otherwise been dull. Illusionary World 4. She made this body of mine. It's made out of junk. The pieces of junk dot this vast plain, scattered among the dry grass. They are buried in the ground, and their corners jut out from the earth. They look like corpses of some sort to me. Tons of dead bodies. All kinds of dead bodies. As I think about it, I shudder. My body is made of those pieces. Yet this junk was able to come together to make a proper body. It's not as if I find my limbs suddenly falling off for no reason. In that case, it should be possible to make another conscious junk doll, just like how I was made. If you search around here, you can find all the scrap you'll ever need. I used my small body to begin gathering junk, just as I'm sure she did when putting me together. She looks at me quizzically as I do it. I try to connect the pieces of scrap together in front of her. But while I may be able to put one piece into another, they always fall apart. She understands what I'm trying to do, though, and does it for me. This time, the pieces stay. I point to my own body. You want a new body? I cross my arms to tell her that this has nothing to do with me. A friend. You want a friend? That's not why I'm doing this. I just felt like things would be more fun if there were more dolls like me around. But either way, the results will be the same, so I nod. Yes, I guess you're right. You were lonely by yourself. I'm sorry. That's not true. But I continue to stare up at the girl's face. I might not be able to do it. Is that okay? I nod. Then I'll try. The girl begins to put the junk together. When we run out of parts, we walk around the plane to find more. We go back and forth, making trip after trip. It's only after doing this that I begin to realize something. Making my body was so much work. We've traveled far to find scrap today. We stand at the top of a hill, looking out at the horizon. The earth stretches on endlessly. It goes out as far as the eye can see. What could be on the other end of it? I compare myself to the grass growing next to me. But I can't tell for sure with this tiny body of mine. Look. I turn around to face the voice, and I see her holding an animal to her chest. So there were living creatures in this world apart from me. It's covered in fluffy right here, and has two curly horns, one by each ear. I don't like it. It doesn't seem to have any interest in people. Not that I'm a person. It's as if it doesn't even notice us. Still, she enjoys playing with it, even if it doesn't react. She pats its head and tummy as she holds it, all the while slowly climbing the hill. I follow after her. At the top of one hill, we find a herd of these animals. While they are all of different sizes, both big and small, they are the same species. The girl places the animals she's holding down on the ground. It walks towards its herd, not even looking back at her once. Seeing this makes me think. They must not have hearts. They just exist. If it never had any interest in her, of course, it wouldn't turn back or feel sad about parting ways. Still, the only living creature in this world besides her are those things. That must be why she enjoys interacting with them. As I watch the animals, I see them unemotionally tear flowers out from the ground they are sprouting on and chew them up. If those things keep multiplying, this green field will quickly become a wasteland. No matter how much she loves them, she surely wouldn't want that to happen. It's just nature. I place the junk I'm carrying down on the ground, then charge into the pack of animals to drive them off. At least I try to do that. But they give up without a fight, change locations, and begin to eat more grass. My actions were meaningless. What's wrong? Are you mad? I hear the girl's voice behind me. No, I'm sad. Do you want me to pat your head? Well, yes I do. I sit still, looking at the now upturned soil. Does she not feel anything when she sees nature this despoiled? Not sadness or loneliness. She crouches down and pats my head. I can tell by the shadows. There's just nothing we can do about this. Those are her words to me. She goes on. Ah, things are always changing. That's the only thought I can come to. I for 20 seconds until the... I'm late again this morning, but that's par for the course at this stage. Sigh. I exhale deeply as if to prepare myself for the day ahead, and climb the empty hill alone. The other students are standing around, talking. I bob my way through them before getting to my seat. I put my bag on top of the desk and sit down. The seat next to mine is empty. Another familiar sight. Like always, I decide to spend my time wisely during class, looking out the window. So, lunch from the cafeteria again today? Again? Don't say that like you've been here this entire time. You just got here, right? Well, I guess so. Can't you at least say hi before inviting me to lunch? It throws me off if that's the first thing you say to me all day.
でもおはようとも言える時間じゃないだろ
But it'd be weird to say good morning at this hour, wouldn't it? I guess so.
じゃあどうしろってんだよ
So, what else do you want me to do? Let's see. Say which one? Yeah, I think this is turning to... First it was Tomi, then Fuko, then now it's Sunahara. Impressive. Start by introducing yourself, react to finding me. Say hello. I react to finding me. Start by reacting to seeing me. That's what you are missing.
どんなリアクションすりゃいいんだよ
You want me to react? Like how? There are plenty of ways. Such as... Huh? Oh, it's you, Okazaki. It's been a while. How are you? I'm doing good too. Something like that.
ああ確かにそれは見つけたっぽい前振りだね
Oh.
じゃあ次からそうするよ
Oh, that does sound like something a person would say if they suddenly saw you. Okay, I'll do that next time.
で昼は今日も学食
So, lunch from the cafeteria again today? I wouldn't mind eating out if you pay for me.
それ僕が言おうと思ってたセリフなんだけど
Oh, I was just about to say the same thing to you.
お互い貧乏だね
It looks like we are both poor. Don't say that. You make us sound alike. But you are.
混んでるねパン買って教室に戻るか
It's crowded in here. I guess we can buy bread and go back to class. Yeah.
バイトでも始めようかな
Maybe I should start working part-time. At night?
あ
Yeah. You won't have the energy to go to school in the afternoon if you work at night.
あ肉体労働にしなければいいだけじゃん
Then I just need to find a job that doesn't involve physical labor.
例えば頭を使う仕事とかね
You know, like a job where you use your brain, but you don't have a brain.
そうだな
Yeah.
家庭教師なんていいじゃん
Yeah, how does me being a home tutor sound? What in the world are you gonna teach children? I'd be terrified to send my child to you.
英語とか得意だぜ
I'm pretty good at English, you know.
I am pretty dog
I am pretty dog.
Ooh, are you pretty dog too?
Ooh, are you pretty dog too?
It's miracle!
It's miracle. I say it's a miracle in the first place if you were a talking dog.
どう発音とか完璧だろ
So, what do you think? My pronunciation and stuff is perfect, right? You know there's so much for me to pick apart that I don't know where to begin.
そいつを完璧っていうのさもう満体だね
No criticisms then. That sounds like perfection to me. I'm E-OK. That's not what they say in English.
ま要は学生は貧乏だってことだ
Anyway, what I'm getting at here is that students are poor. As if that wasn't obvious. I listened to Sunohara go on like an idiot for the rest of lunch. It's now the class after lunch. Since it's right after lunch, I'm overtaken by sleepiness. I space out. My teacher's voice almost sounds like a lullaby. It feels like my eyelids are almost closed. thud. Something hits my head. When I look down at the floor, I see a small piece of an eraser.
Okazaki.
Okazaki. What is it? I was just about to fall asleep.
その前に外見てみろよ。
Before that, take a look outside. Outside?
訪問とこ。また来てるんだ。
Over at the school gate. It's here again. What is?
この前の可愛いやつ。
The cute thing from last time. Huh? What does he mean? With my eyebrows still frowned from my sleepiness, I tilted my head to peek outside the window. There at the school gate. Of course, given the time, there's no way there's anybody there. I think I just caught a glimpse of something. It looks like a tiny animal moving around in small steps. It's rubbing its body against the gate wall and happily wriggling its tiny tail. Botan, it's Kyu's pet. If I remember correctly, it's a small baby boar. Is it here to see Kyo again?
Okazaki, 授業中にどこを見ている?
Okazaki, where are you looking during classes?
窓の外に黒板はないぞ.
There's no chalkboard outside the window. An irritating voice suddenly shouts out at me. I look at the teacher with my eyebrows still frowned due to my sleepiness.
なんだその目は?
What's with your look?
授業を聞く気がないなら邪魔だ. 教室から出て行け.
If you aren't trying to listen during class, you're just being a bother. Leave the room right now. Clank.
おい、岡崎。
Hey, Okazaki.
なんだ? 教師に暴力を振るつもりか? そんなことをしたら退学だぞ.
Well, what's this? Are you trying to insult your teacher? You'll get expelled for this. Thud thud. Eek. Bang. Huh? Flop. Without saying a thing, I leave the classroom amidst the silence. After a short while, I can hear the voice of the teaching coming from the classroom attempting to smooth things over. I let out a sigh and walk down the hallway even though it's class time. I'm in the garden next to the school gate. There is no one else here. I can faintly hear the noise of a PE class coming from the fields on the other side of the school building. Aside from that, it's completely quiet here. Amid the silence, there is a baby boa brushing its body and nose against the gate wall and wagging its tail. Botan. Pee. As I call him, his tail stands up in response. He then quickly walks towards me on his short legs like a fast-forwarding video. It seems he remembers me. Trrt trrt. Trrt trrt. Hey. Trrt trrt. Hrim. Ow. Botan dashes and rams into me. There's really not much of an impact since he's so small, but stop it. Hey, are you okay? Purhi. They do say that boars are reckless rushers, but wow, it's true. Pre. Nah, I'm not praising you. Okay. I sit down on the grass, cross-legged. Pre. Botan looks at me almost as if there's something he wants. He wanders around and sniffs in front of me and wiggles his tail. He peeks at me, and then he starts wandering again. He repeats the process several times. Then he walks toward me as if he's made his decision. Oh? Pee. He sticks his nose between my legs and sniffs. Whack. I grab Botan by his back and holds him up to eye level. He frantically wiggles his short legs in the air. What the hell were you trying to do there? Pre. For Christ's sake, you're an animal and you're hitting on a human. Hell, actually, what are you even? A guy? A girl? If you're a guy, I'm making a stew out of you. Pre. All of a sudden, I can feel that something is coming towards me. Almost instinctively, my upper body leans to the right. At that very moment, something cuts through the air with a swoosh by my left ear. Then a thud sound follows from the ground. A kanji dictionary? I turn around, thinking it can't be it. I look at the place I have in mind. Class 3E's room, on the 3rd floor. It is right next to my classroom. There I can see Kyo, clearly surrounded by a menacing aura. Yeah, seriously? I look at the dictionary, which has carved a crater into the ground, and let Botan go. You can throw this at that distance? If I was actually hit by it, I would have died. Hell, if I didn't dodge it, it would have hit me. Pre. Despite my state of mind, Botan, now liberated, comes close to me again to sniff around. This time, he quietly climbs up my lap and sits there. Poohee. And he seems awfully happy about it. Looks like he found a place where he feels comfortable. Even so, he found it by sniffing. I turn back to look. Far away, Kyo nods in acknowledgement. Poohee. In any case, I start patting his back. His tail wiggles happily. Since it's cute, I kept doing it for a while. Ding dong. 5th period's over, huh? At the school building, the sense of liveliness that were absent during class begins to displace the silence. Botan, who was asleep in my lap, seems to have noticed and starts wagging his tail. Poohee! Yo, you're a rake. Pre. My guess is that your owner's going to be here in a bit. Teep. Sounds like she's coming. I hear footsteps coming towards me from behind. Pre? What's wrong? Pre. Suddenly, Botan's body begins to tremble, as if he's afraid of something. Sitting on my lap, he drops his ears like a dog. I turn around and it's the younger sister who's here. Yeah, what's up?
そのさっきの時間急に教室を出て行ったから
Well, during the last period, you suddenly burst out of the classroom. Oh, that, huh? It's not like I actually listened in class anyway. I was so bored, so this is actually perfect.
でも
But, that aside, this thing's your family's, right?
あんたどうしてここに
Eh? Uh-huh. Botan? Why is he here? He probably came here to see Kyo. His body's been shaking all over since just now. What's going on?
きっとそれは私が来たからだと
Well, it's probably because I came. Hmm. It doesn't like you, huh?
その
Well...
おそらく
Most likely. She whispers quietly. At that very moment, Botan's body suddenly begins to tremble. What's wrong? Pee. Unlike when Fujibayashi came, he sounds very happy. Botan leaps off my lap and starts running, taking a large detour to avoid the Fujibayashis in the process. And over where he's headed, there's...
あんたまた来ちゃったのね
You're here again.
お姉ちゃん
Honey-chan,
よいしょっと
up we go. Kyo hugs Botan, who'd run toward her, and smiles as she walks this way.
あれりょうなんであんたまでここに
Huh? Well, why are you here too?
私はその
Well... She glances at me. Actually, she came to confess her love to me. She couldn't even wait until school's out, so I guess she is actually way bolder than she looks.
そんなことはその
I wasn't, She becomes flustered as her face redens.
りょうあんたって結構やるわね
Well, that's pretty amazing.
そんな違う
Well, That's not it. She looks like she's about to cry. By the way, I'm just kidding.
わかってるわよ
I know.
大方授業中に教室を放り出されたあんたを心配して見に来たんでしょ
I bet she's out here since she's worried you got kicked out of the classroom during class. She says and let out a sigh in amazement. Next to her, Fujibayashi nods her head exaggeratedly, her face still red.
ボタンの面倒を見てくれてたことには礼を言っとくわ
Well, I need to thank you for taking care of Botan. Well, you can always get me something.
6時間目も面倒を見ててくれたらジュースをおごってあげる
I'll buy you a juice if you take care of him during 6th period too. You're kidding.
どうせ授業聞いてないんでしょ
You don't listen in class anyway. Even if I sleep, it still counts towards my attendance. That's important. So don't just disregard it.
明日のお昼ご飯もつけるからさ。
I'll treat you to lunch tomorrow too. Leave it to me. I pound my chest in agreement. Having seen that, Bolton oinks his nose happily.
あの
What is it?
そういうのはいけないと思います。
Well, I don't think you should do that. I don't listen in class anyway, so it doesn't matter.
それでもそういうのはいけないと思います。
Even so, I don't think it's nice. So she says, "What should we do, Oni-chan?"
当然でしょ。授業をサボるのはダメに決まってんじゃない。
Well, isn't it obvious? Of course ditching class is unacceptable. You are picking a fight, aren't you?
岡崎くん、
Okazaki-kun?
授業はちゃんと出た方がいいと思います。
I think you should go to class. Yeah, I guess. What about the pig then? Should we just leave him be until class is over?
それは
Well, about that.
ブヒ
Pookie. Ding dong. Class is going to start.
どうしよう。
What should we do? Hearing the bell chime, Fujibayashi begins to become flustered. Botan wriggles his tail as he watches her.
しょうがないわね。
Well, can't help it. Kyo takes a breath as she steps forward.
私が教室に連れてくわ。
I'll take him to class. You're taking him with you. Isn't that kind of bad?
大丈夫よ。ね、ボタン。
It's fine, right, Botan?
ブヒ
Pee.
ぬいぐるみよ。
Do plushie.
ブヒ
Poohee, poohee. What the hell's that?
ボタンの7つ芸の一つよ。
It's one of Botan's 7 skills. Pre.
ボタン。はい。
Botan, go. Po. Botan's body freezes on Kyo's mark. He then says that way without moving in the slightest. Let alone blink. It doesn't even seem like he's breathing. Don't tell me. You're taking him back to class with him acting like a plush.
すごいでしょ。
Amazing, right? You're a moron.
あ、
Huh? There's no way he can stay that way for 50 minutes.
持つわよ。前にこのまま水の中に沈めちゃって10分くらい忘れてたことあるんだから。
Of course he can. There's this one time I forgot about him and let him underwater for 10 minutes. That's animal cruelty.
早く教室に戻らないと。先生が。
If we don't go back to the classroom soon, well, the teachers will...
ああ、いけない。もうチャイム鳴ったんだった。
This isn't good. The bell rang already. Is it really going to be okay acting like a plushie?
平気平気。そんなに疑うなら。はい。
It's fine. If you're so skeptical here, she says and squeezes buttons into my chest.
あんたに渡しとく。
I'll leave him to you. What do you mean?
ちゃんとそのままで入れるか確認したいでしょ。
You want to know whether he can stay like that, right?
だからあんたに渡しとく。その子、膝の上に置いて授業受けてみて。
That's why I'm leaving him in your care. Just go to class with him sitting on your lap. You're kidding.
私とボタン信用しなさいって。
Come on, have faith in Botan and me. You can't really trust someone who tells you to have faith in them.
じゃあよろしく。
Alright, I'll leave him to you. Kyo. I say to stop Kyo, who is going to walk towards the school building. As she turns around, I throw Botan at her. Wah! As she lets out a yell, uncharacteristic of a girl, she somehow manages to catch the spinning Botan mid-air. Nice catch, I say with a smile as I give her a thumbs up.
あんたね、泣くまで殴られたいの？
You want me to beat you until you start crying, don't you?
謝ってからプラス5発は蹴るわよ。あ？
Would you like it if after you apologize, I give you a +5 kick treatment? He is your pet, no. You take care of him yourself.
ちゃんと50分持つって言ってるでしょ。
I told you he can stay that way for 50 minutes. In that case, I'm sure it wouldn't be a problem if you take him with you. Hell, isn't it weird for a guy to bring a plushie to class in the first place?
可愛げがあっていいじゃない。
It's cute, so it's fine. You really think so?
建前に決まってるでしょ。本音は、うわ、キモって感じね。
Isn't it obvious I was just putting on an act? I really just wanted them to go, whoa, that's disgusting. There's no way in hell I'm bringing him with me.
別にもう頼む気なんてないわよ。
Well, I'm not really asking you anymore either. Kyo turns around with a sulky expression and starts walking toward the school building. Then during class...
ああ、ぬいぐるみが動いた。
Whoa, the plushie moved.
なんだこれ、早い。
What's going on? It's quick.
ボタン待って、ストップよ。
Wah! Wait, Botan, stop.
なんか隣の教室にぎやかだね。
Isn't the class next door kind of noisy? Yeah, right. I can hear loud noises coming from the other side of the wall. Perhaps because she noticed what's going on, Fujibayashi keeps looking back and forth between the chalkboard and the wall nervously. Thank goodness I didn't take him. I think from the bottom of my heart. Elizabeth, thank. Homeroom eventually ends, meaning the school day is officially over.
よっしゃ、終わった。
Alright, all done. Why are you so amped all of a sudden?
まあ僕らにとっちゃここからが全てじゃん。
Well, this is where the date actually starts to matter for us, right? Don't put me in the same category as you.
さて、今日も楽しい放課後を満喫しようぜ。
Now, let's have another day of fun and get the most from our time out of school. Going to an arcade again?
いや、今日は違うんだな。
No, not today. What is it then? If it costs money, I don't have any.
大丈夫。今日からは僕の部屋がすげえサイバーになるから。
No problem. Starting today, my room's gonna be super cyber. By doing what exactly?
2年のやつからテレビとビデオデッキ借りてくるんだ。
I'm gonna borrow a TV and a VCR from one of the second years. Wow, that really is super cyber.
しかもそいつ、かなりのマニアらしくてさ、ビデオもたくさん持って だよね。
It sounds like this guy is pretty obsessed too. He's got a ton of dirty videos.
やべえ、学校来なくなるかも。
Dang, I may stop coming to school entirely. I'll start calling you Pavahara, Yohei, as of tomorrow.
なんかと言って、兄さんも好きなんだろ。
You say that, mister, but you like that kind of stuff too, don't ya? I don't dislike it, but I don't know about washing that kind of thing shoulder to shoulder with another guy.
そん時になりゃ、気を利かせてどっちかが外に出ればいいさ。
Huh, if that's what you're worried about, one of us just needs to be considerate of the other when it really matters and leave the room. I appreciate it when others are considerate, but I'm not sure about that.
よし、行こうぜ。
Okay, let's go.
よいしょ。
He-
よいしょ。
Heave ho. Heave ho. The two of us walk while carrying a cardboard box that holds the TV and VCR inside. The kid's parents are going to be away on a trip for a while starting today. So he's letting Tsunohara borrow all this until they get back. But I have a feeling that Tsunohara's been bullying him for a while. He seemed to be on the verge of tears when he lent this stuff to Tsunohara. One, two, 1, 2. Phew. 1 second. Don't let go.
いきなり話すな。
Gah. Don't let go without telling me. Whoa, look at that. You can carry a TV and VCR on your own. See? You can do it if you try.
歩けねえよ。
I can't walk.
落とす。
Ugh, I'm about to drop it.
早く持ってくれ。
Hurry, help me hold this. Let's try poking your eyes. Stab. Yeah. Wow, I stuck my fingers right in your eyeballs, and you were still able to manage. Commendable indeed, sir. Time to poke you in your butt next. Poke. Wow, you really do have guts.
頼む。後でいくらでも目つぶしでも感情でもさせてやるから。
Please, you can poke me in the eyes or the butt as much as you want later, but
だから今は手伝ってく
just
れ。
just help me right now. Well, if you're gonna be that insistent, I guess I don't have a choice. I'll help. Lift.
てめえな、後で覚えておけよ。
Listen, you. You're gonna regret that later. Drop.
うつです。お願いします。
I'm just kidding. Please help. You really shouldn't talk trash like that. Lift. Panty, panty, pant.
やっと着いた。
We are finally here.
しんどかった。
That was exhausting. Okay. Let's start with 100 eye pokes.
説明するよ。
I'll go blind if you did that. Okay, 100 pokes to the butt it is then.
お腹開くよ。
Dude, stop. That'd be just weird. Plus, you'd tear a hole in it. I guess so. We wouldn't want that, I suppose. So, Sunohara was human after all.
ほら設置弾手伝えよ
Come on, let's set this up. Help me out. You're not very polite when you ask others for help, are you?
スイッチオン
Parry on. The TV turns on with a click. Nothing's showing up.
まあそう慌てるなって
Don't get so flustered. Sunohara presses the button on the front of the VCR. Green letters appear in the corner of the screen.
オッケーセットアップ完了
Okay, setup completed.
あとはビデオを入れるだけさ
All that's left is to put a video in.
ほらどのビデオ行くお兄さんが選ぶかい
So, which will it be? You wanna choose one, champ. I take a paper bag out from the cardboard box. Inside, I see tons of tapes. Most of them are copies or recordings with handwritten labels for titles. I search through the heap, finally settling on one before handing it to Sunohara.
どれ岡崎の趣味を見てやるか
What's this one? Let's take a look at what you're into, Okazaki.
マニアックすぎてついていけなかったらごめんな
Sorry if I have to duck out because it's too hardcore. Sunohara grins as he inserts the video. He looks a little too excited. The word play appears as the tape begins to roll. Da 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 da. The screen grows bright as some rhythmical music begins to play.
判断基準はただ一点このお笑いをお茶の間に届けたいか否か史上最も過酷なお笑いバトル始まります
They will be judged on one criteria alone: whether or not we want viewers around the country to watch. It's time for the most rigorous comedy battle ever held. Crash. Sunohara jumps up, his head smashing against the light bulb. Are you okay?
間違えて入ってたみたいだね
Heh. Looks like that got in there by accident.
お前も人が悪いよなこんな絶妙なタイミングでなもん選ぶなっての
You've got a mean streak, you know that. Choosing a video like that, just when the timing's right. Would you have preferred the rest? Japan Comedy Awards?
そんなにお笑い入ってんの
Is there that much comedy in there? Heh. Actually, it's all comedy.
え
What?
そんなバカな
There's no way. Take a look for yourself. Okay. Sunohara crouches and starts fishing through the bag.
これもお笑いこれもお笑い
Comedy. More comedy.
ない
No. It's not here.
エロがない
There's no dirty videos.
エロが一つもない
There isn't a single one. I guess he was obsessed with comedy.
嘘だろ
You've gotta be kidding. You're the idiot for not checking. Oh well, that's not so bad. I think comedy videos will probably keep us occupied for a lot longer anyway. I go back to watching the TV. A young comedy duo is on screen.
野口です。
Ah, hello there. My name's Noguchi. These guys are funny.
そうだね。
Yeah. Are you laughing or are you broken? I can't tell.
その中間ぐらい。
Somewhere in between. Oh, okay. It's April 23rd, Wednesday. It's already past 10 in the morning. If I walk to school from here, I'll start the day during third period. Suddenly, I remember that girl I climbed this hill with. I haven't seen her here for a while. First steps take courage for anyone. But once you take them, life begins to drive you forward. From there, you're able to find a world filled with fresh and new things. Just as long as you're not like me. Someone who's already run away from those things that push you. Typical. The seat next to mine is vacant. I take off my bag and drop down into the seat, dejected at the thought of having to zombie my way through another class. There's nothing else to do but look out the window, really. So that's what I do. Break time, finally.
幽霊？
A ghost. Two students sitting in front of me are engrossed in absurd gossip, with reference books still in hand.
ああ、ここんとこよく目撃されてるらしいよ。例の女性とのね。
Yeah, it sounds like people have been seeing a lot of them lately, especially a female student's ghosts.
マジ？
Seriously? It's a stupid conversation, but whether or not I want to hear it, I do.
その女性と知ってる奴がいてさ、そいつが言うには絶対幽霊だって。
There's this guy who knows that student, and according to him, it's definitely a ghost.
マジかよ。
I can't believe it.
その女性とはね。
Yeah, because you see, that girl
2年前に交通事故に遭ってるんだ。
was in a traffic accident 2 years ago.
長いこと入院してたらしいんだけど、結局助からなかったんだって。
They say she was hospitalized for a while, but in the end, they couldn't save her.
事故に遭ったのがまだ入学して間もない頃だったらしくてさ。
She got in the accident right after starting high school.
高校生活を満喫できないままで未練が残っちゃって。
So she still felt an attachment to this place, since she wasn't able to have a full high school experience.
それで霊になって遊びに来てるんだってさ。
And that's apparently why she became a ghost that comes here for fun.
ちょっと悲しいお話だよね。
It's kind of a sad story,
でもさ、それってあれだぜ。
but you know... Hmm?
その話をしてるやつってさ、同じ3年だろ？
The guy who told you that is another third year, right?
ああ、
Yeah.
つうことはあれだよ。
You know what that means, right?
なんだよ。
What?
俺たちの興味をさ、勉強からそらそうとしてるんだよ。
He's trying to distract us from studying.
え？
What?
つまりさ、ライバルを減らそうとしてるんだって。
In other words, He's trying to cut down on the number of potential rivals.
確かにそれもあり得る話だけど
Well, I guess that could be true too.
あんまり真に受けない方がいいって。
You shouldn't be so quick believe him, is what I'm trying to say.
そうかもな
Maybe you're right.
でもなんか噂が本物っぽいんだよな
But the rumor just feels kinda true, you know.
テレビ局とか来てさ大騒ぎになるかもよ
Maybe a TV crew is going to come and make it a huge story.
なるわけないだろ。
Yeah, right. What would Sunahara have done if he had heard this story? He'd probably be excitedly tugging on my arm right about now, saying that we should go check it out. A childlike glow captured in his fascinated manic eyes. I look at the empty seat next to me. Good thing he's not here. Of course there's no such thing as ghosts. Maybe there is. Dot 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 dot. Fourth period ends, giving way to our lunch break.
あれ
Huh?
岡崎じゃん久しぶり
Oh, it's you, Okazaki.
元気だったか僕は元気にやってる
It's been a while. How are you? I put my hand to Sunahara's forehead to take his temperature. No fever. You know Sunahara. We actually met yesterday.
知ってるよ
I know that. You know Sunahara. You don't tell someone that it's been a while. After not seeing them for just half a day.
お前が言えって言ったんだろうが
I only said that because you told me to. Huh? I did?
なんだよ適当に言ってたのかよくそ望み通りにしてやったのに
So, you didn't really mean it. Damn it. I did exactly as you said. My bad, my bad. Do this next time then.
なんだよ
What is it? Another one. Options. Act like a manga that spends multiple volumes on one flashback. Act like an astronaut about to sacrifice himself to save Earth. Act like we're lovers parting ways at a train station. Let's do like this one. When you invite me for lunch, act like you're a manga that spends multiple volumes on one flashback.
いやもう訳がわかんないんだけど
I don't even understand what you're trying to say. It happens all the time, you know. Like when there's a long flashback, right in the middle of a battle scene.
よくあるかは知らないけどそりゃあるだろうな
I don't know how often it happens, but I can see that. So that's why you need to start on a long flashback scene the next time you invite me to go eat.
いや入ってもいいけど何のためにさ
I mean, I could do that, but why? So that it'll be more natural for me to say, okay, let's go. Why else?
本当だろうな本当にそんなので自然に行くんだろうな
Really? Will doing that really make it more natural for you to agree to go? Well, that depends on how good of an actor you are, doesn't it?
演技してる時点で不自然だと思うけどね
Wouldn't just the fact that I'd be acting make the situation seems unnatural?
まあいいやものは試しやってやるよ
Well, okay, whatever. You never know until you try, I guess. I'll do it.
もう今日もパンでいいよね
You're fine with bread again today, right? Yeah. I thought of a new part-time job to do. What is it this time?
僕って結構イケメンじゃん。
I'm a pretty handsome guy, wouldn't you say? Sorry, but no.
そこはうなずいてくれよ。話進まないだろ。
You're supposed to agree there. How else am I supposed to tell you the rest? Yep, you're a crazy handsome guy. Handsome for short.
無茶な顔みたいだよね、それ。
That sounds like some sort of discount fruit juice. So, what's this about my handsome friend Sunahara and a job?
当然、この容姿で金を稼ぐってことさ。
What else? I'm gonna use my looks to make money. In a circus?
なんでだよ。
What? Why a circus?
モデルだよ。モデル。
As a model, duh. A model?
ああ、気づいたんだ。結構僕、モデル向きだよね。
Yep. I realize that I'm actually pretty cut out to be a model.
筋肉のつき方もバランスいいしさ。
I've got a nice, balanced muscle structure too.
ファッション雑誌なんかで使ってくれるかも。
I may be able to make it into some fashion magazines.
モデルから芸能界デビューってのもありえるよな。
And heck, I could even go into show business from there.
やべえ、有名人になるかも。
Well, I might end up becoming a celebrity.
ドラマや映画に出て、どんどん芸能界で力をつけていってさ。
I'd be in TV dramas and movies as I move my way up through the ranks of the industry.
いろんな若手が下についてさ、石原軍団みたいにさ、角原軍団ってのができるかも。
Then I'd pick up some younger newcomers and make my own group, the Sunahara Pack.
そしたら岡崎、お前も軍団に呼んでやるな。
If that happens, I'll save a space for you in the pack, Okazaki. Why would I want to join? It's full of animals, right?
サーカス団じゃねえよ。
I just told you. I'm not gonna be a circus act.
まあ、有名になっちゃったりしたら、それはそれで大変なんだろうね。
I do imagine that life is gonna be tough in its own way once I'm famous, though. Don't worry, you'll be alright. You're handsome, remember.
やっぱそれ、無茶な顔の略なんすかね。
Again, it really doesn't sound like you're using that word as a compliment. I spent another lunch break with Sunahara, the two of us, going back and forth like idiots. Sixth period is followed by homeroom. Then the day comes to an end after that.
来たぜ、放課後。
Finally, school's out. Sunahara stands up, his unbridled excitement contained only in the fist. He repeatedly pumps into the air. Do you have something to do today, too?
ああ、僕の部屋がよりサイバーになる。
Yeah, my room's gonna get even more cyber. You're getting a calculator?
それがサイバーかよ。
What's cyber about that? Everything. Okay, what is it then?
昨日借りてきたテレビにゲーム機をつなぐんだ。
I'm gonna connect a console to the TV I borrowed yesterday. That's so cyber, it didn't even occur to me.
だろ？
Right.
テレビがあるのに何もしないってのはもったいないからね。
It'd be a waste to have a TV that I didn't use at all. Well, I'll hang out with you if it means I get to play games for free.
じゃあとりあえず借りてこないとね。
Okay. We need to start by borrowing a console, though. Oh, that plan again. Yeah, plan of stealing.
ちょろいもんだね。
Heh, talk about easy. Sunahara walks beside me, holding a bare console to his chest. I am being forced to hold a paper bag with controllers and games inside. We borrowed these from a different underclassman.
今度はゲームだからね。外すわけねえよな。
We'll be playing video games this time, so there's no way my plan can go wrong again. I am a little curious, however, about these games being the kids' little brothers.
弟の方がゲーム好きなだけだろ。
That just means his brother is the bigger gamer. I sure hope so.
対戦やりまくろうな。もう指の皮がベロンベロンに剥げるぐらいにさ。
We'll play versus matches all night long, until we tear all the skin from our fingers. That's his idea of fun. That sounds miserable.
よし、つなぐぞ。
Okay, time to plug this puppy in. As soon as we get to Sunahara's room, he begins plugging the console into his TV.
お前、そっちにケーブル挿して。
Hey, plug the cables in over there. He hands me one side of a plug. Shloop. Hey. Sunhara's ass was facing my way, so I figured it just plug the cable inside. I don't think he appreciated it much.
のわけあるか。
What would make you think that's what I meant?
ちゃんとゲーム機にさせよ。
Plug it into the console. Oh, my bad.
よし、セットアップ完了。
Alright, setup complete.
あとはゲームソフトを挿すだけさ。
Now all that's left is to put a game in.
お前、好きなの選べよ。
Choose one you like. I take a game out from the paper bag at random and plug it in.
スイッチオンと。
Power on. He flips the power switch. A game's title screen appears on the CRT.
算数遊び。
Fun with arithmetic. It's a weak subject for you, right?
ああ、これで九九覚えようっと。
Yeah, I can learn my times tables this way.
ってなんで教育ソフトなんだよ。
Right, no. Why is this an educational game? Probably because the kid's little brother is young. Huh?
なんかまた嫌な予感がするんですけど。
I'm getting another bad feeling about this. Yeah, you want to take a look for yourself?
ああ。
Sure. He begins rummaging through the bag with reckless abandon.
これは幼児アニメのクイズ。
A quiz game with characters from a kid's cartoon.
こっちは絵合わせのパズル。
A picture matching puzzle game.
ない。
No, they're not here.
アクションもシューティングも。
No action games, no shooting games. These are all garbage.
僕たちヤング向けのゲームが一つもない。
There isn't a single game in here for young adults like us. That's why I told you to check first. And don't call us young adults. That's weird. Oh, so your plan is to make yourself stupid and play these games. I like it.
4×5 は
For
10かな。
4 times 5 is 20, I think it is 20. Wow, impressive. I go home to change clothes. I leave pretty quickly though, in order to get back to Sunohara's room before it gets dark. Sunohara? He's nowhere to be found. Maybe he's in the bathroom. I settle down in my usual spot and begin reading magazines. Sunohara? I hear a voice from the hallway. It's Misaith-sans. Sunohara-san, are you in there? Nope. You've got a call. He's not here. Her insistent yelling begins to drive me so crazy that I consider crawling under the kotatsu, or just plain throwing myself out the window. It's your little sister. Goodbye. I jumped up to my feet. Little sister? He has a little sister? I never knew. Still, she's related to Sunohara, so she's probably awful. Of course, Sunohara has a somewhat feminine face himself, so I'm sure his little sister didn't turn out looking too bad. But when I think about Sunohara's personality, it's me, Oni-chan. She'd probably be the kind of girl who's a certain way. 1 minute, then totally different the next. Not just in attitude either, but appearance as well. And I bet when Sunohara talks to her, "Hey little sister, it's been a while." Oops, it's the receiver. Or something like that would happen. What a terrifying thought. Those two monsters communicating with one another somewhere in secret. As I curl up into a little ball. Oh, so you are there. Misai-san opens the door without even asking first. She looks down at me. And Mokozaki, not Sunohara. You're close, right? Take his place and listen to what his sister has to say. Why me? It seems important. She's a very polite girl considering who her older brother is. Seriously? Yeah, so pick up the phone. Save around to 76. You know, I'm gonna end the stream here for right now. I'll stream again later on 2 PM Eastern Standard Time with Pokemon Legends ZA. Hope you enjoyed. If not, then oh well. I'll see you then. Anyways, see ya. Party Fallout.